Hello, everyone. Dr. Ames here. This time I'd like to talk to you about Max Weber and bureaucracy. Now, Max Weber did not invent bureaucracy, of course. It's hard to say who might have invented that because it's been with us for centuries, really. But he is the noted modern expert. He's written all the books that mean anything about it. And he really has been the name that has been associated with bureaucracy, at least in modern times. Um, Bureaucracy itself is an organization with many layers of management who set rules and regulations. They oversee all decision making. Uh, it means that it takes time to get things accomplished. Information moves slowly. Communication requests and things like that move slowly. There's a lot of policies that constrain your quick action, and you certainly have to go through and grind through actually the chain of command. Uh, Weber wrote The Theory of Social and Economic Organization in Germany, really about 1920 or so, right after the turn of the 20th century, but it didn't get really printed in English in the United States until the 1940s. But his name has become forever associated with bureaucracy, and in that book, he really laid out what he thought were uh, the ways that we ought to organize ourselves according to certain principles. So he believes some of the things that Fayol pushed as his principles of organizing and so forth, but he took things a little bit more seriously, you might say, on the organizational side and the authority side, certainly. He believed that organizations ought to be a pyramid sort of structure with managers at the top making informed decisions and unskilled or uneducated workers forming the foundations below. He thought that less educated workers certainly were best managed by supervisors who gave them very strict rules and regulations, and that they should be monitored all the time to ensure that their performance is what you were expecting. This is very much scientific management from the old school, with the emphasis on efficiency and close supervision of authority and so forth. Uh, Weber believed that large organizations really had to have clearly established rules, guidelines, or a hierarchy. Simply, they needed this bureaucratic structure or you wouldn't get the most out of people. The problem was that over time and very quickly, it was evident that this sort of organization structure was very rigid, it was inflexible, it led to rigid thinking, it did not lead to any kind of innovation or anything like that. Very much, in fact, everything was based on skill and so forth to get the jobs in the first place. But the whole idea was there's lots of rules that are really there to make sure that you comply. And that's the way it is in a bureaucracy. As long as employees comply and they don't rock the boat and they follow the rules, they will get a regular incremental pay raise and so forth and a promotion. And so it doesn't encourage creativity or innovation. It really encourages mediocrity and it encourages sort of slavish thinking. But on paper, it does seem to be such a fantastic way to organize and to get things done. We do see bureaucracies internationally in use around the world, and it does seem like they are a prominent part of most governments, whether it's at a federal or state level in the US, and indeed some of our largest corporations out there, nonprofits and for-profit, do have what becomes over time large organizational bureaucracies. Okay, folks, that's all I want to talk about this time. I'll talk to you again soon.